This is Tuomas from Wolfheart before the Dawn of Solace, and you are watching Chaoszine.
Hello everyone watching Chaoszine YouTube channel. We have started 3 different subscription levels on the YouTube channel for you who wants to support us a little bit further with the video content and video production. So if you order one of those subscription levels, you will help us to create better content for you, and through that you will get some exclusive content from us directly to you from your favorite artists. Hello everyone, Chaoszine is today here at our own studio in Helsinki, Finland. I have Tuomas from Wolfheart / Before the Dawn / many other bands as guest. Before we start the interview, we just started our own subscription levels on Chaoszine YouTube channel. So if you want to support us a little bit further, check those out. But now we get into the main topic, which is the interview today. How are you?
I'm good. I'm really good.
So how's the year started for you?
Peacefully. Kind of peacefully, yeah. There's no touring until late March when Wolfheart is going to Australia, so it's pretty chill out, but we have the 70 tons cruise with both of my bands, Before the Dawn and Wolfheart, so that was like a
normal life for you.
No. That was it is a bucket list event, I think, for every metal musician to be able to be on the boat. But it was second time for me with Wolfheart, so I already knew it wasn't that decided anymore. Because I've been there before, and now having like double amount of gigs on the cruise, and we had the most horrible playing times.
Okay.
Like we played on the second cruise day. Wolfheart was 3:30 a.m. and Before the Dawn 5 a.m.
Okay, so almost like in a row.
Yeah, and in the morning.
Okay, that was interesting.
So, and then Before the Dawn was, Wolfheart was the ending band of the whole cruise at 2 o'clock in the morning. And on both following days, the ship was in the harbor, so we left the boat at 8 o'clock. So I lost 2 nights completely, plus the jet lag, plus the traveling. So
okay.
I don't think I've ever been that messed up when it comes to like lack of sleep, and I think I have a very good tolerance for lack of sleep, but that's it took me like 1 whole week to recover, and I didn't even party. That's the thing.
Yeah. But was it like okay to still play those shows?
Well, that's the thing when you have 3,000 metalheads stuck in a Titanic.
Yeah.
It's like it seems like whatever the hour is, there you have the audience and people are just going crazy.
How was it like physically to play like and being tired, or is it just the adrenaline?
The adrenaline, like I even took a long nap that I think was a horrible mistake, like 3-hour nap before the 2 shows in the morning, and then trying to wake up from that. But it felt pretty horrible before the shows. But when you go on stage, the adrenaline kicks in, and that will wake you up. You're gonna feel horrible again after the show when the adrenaline comes down and you didn't sleep barely at all. But when you're on stage, I think you need to be very sick or like some extreme condition that you actually feel that on the stage.
So what's your like general opinion about the cruise? Like last time when you played only with one band, I guess you got to explore it like more.
I focused more this time for the chilling out and just relaxing actually.
Okay.
But like I said, bucket list event for sure, but for a Finnish person, we already joke about the cruise between Sweden and Finland being from hell.
We are quite used to cruises in overall.
But 4 days in a row, and even in every elevator is playing Slayer, and
so maybe a little bit too much.
After the 3rd day, you kind of seen it all. Even though the ship is huge, and we get to go the Dominican on the 1 day that we were on the shore, but still like after 3 days you've seen everybody on the boat, and you've seen everything, and you heard all the metal music you need for the rest of your life. So.
Okay. So it comes out from your like ears in the end.
Yeah.
Okay. So you are now guest because Before the Dawn will be dropping an EP, Archaic Flame.
Yeah.
Why EP?
Well, thing is like when we got the Stormbringers album done in early 2023, it was just question marks in the air. Like we didn't know what to expect, what's gonna happen, and then it was just like a domino effect. Suddenly we are doing festivals in Finland, and we are doing first full tour in Finland in ages, first European tour in like 12 years. I knew already that this year is going to be more focused on Wolfheart. Juho is going to focus more on Swallow the Sun. And that kind of like sets certain very clear schedules when we could be able to do the next album. But we started to get offers for this summer. There's still like, we got the offer for 70 tons right after the European tour. And we knew that we're going to play in Summer Breeze and some Finnish festivals. So we didn't want the snowball to stop. And I already started to have like, because when you get excited about something, things just have the momentum on their own. And I didn't want to stop the songwriting. It was too much fun to play together again with Pyry and Juho after over 10 years, and now having Paavo as vocalist. So I had the ideas coming, and I convinced label that they were asking the same. Like, why EP? Why so soon? Like, what is the point? But then I explained that like we just want to keep on going as long as we can until the schedules will change eventually. But yeah, we just wanted to keep on going.
Were you like surprised at how well the audience took the band back?
Yeah. Because it's a huge change. It's not just that Lars doesn't do the clean vocals anymore, but I don't do the growling anymore. I'm not in the front anymore. The band doesn't only just sound different, but it looks different.
Yeah.
A lot of things are different. So yeah, I'm very surprised, and like just testing the waters on the European tour, the response in every possible way has been surprising.
And that's something that also fueled.
Naturally, like I said, like it's I think snowball effect is better than a domino effect, because it was just thing was just growing on its own.
So were these like written on the Stormbringers like sessions or after the session? So there was some kind of gap.
Yeah, it was like these songs were written right after we came home from the European tour. Because during the tour, I started to talk with the guys like, you know, you are in a tour and you are, again, now it's more like a submarine when you're on a tour bus instead of a Titanic. But stuck in there with the same people, and you have time to like express your ideas and stuff. Like a lot of ideas are very easily to just drop. And one of them was like, we should continue writing more music, because it was, you know, a lot of fun to play together. And so all the songs are completely fresh. Like we didn't have the EP idea around the fall, September, October yet.
Okay, so that came quite fast.
Yeah. Also, that's one of the reasons why it's a digital EP, because for Napalm it would have taken way too much time to have the vinyl or the CD. That would have pushed the whole release for the early spring, and I have some other schedules colliding there, which I'm not allowed to talk about yet.
Okay.
But yeah.
That's the reason why you wanted to have it out. Is there like a certain theme on the EP?
Not very particular theme. Well, this sounds like a demo band kind of thing, but it's just or it doesn't at least fit for this gloomy Finnish metal atmosphere kind of thing. Yeah. But it the whole point of the EP and kind of like the thin red line musically is just having fun finally playing together again. It's just all the positive energy that you can have while still trying to be like a credible metal musician.
So what's like your relationship with EP format in general? Because you've always been a musician that puts out like full-length albums.
I've seen the whole music industry, and also like more and more the metal industry, going into direction, and the bands are releasing more singles than anything else. Like the playlists and streaming and the constant like push with the singles is more important than the albums, because the physical sales are still slowly dropping and the playlists are playing a bigger role. So I rather do EPs than the singles. Of course, I would always do a full album with the vinyl version and stuff like that. But in this case, it was like impossible scenario anyway. And I used to be against EPs a lot stronger, but we did that with Wolfheart also, and it actually fits well for this kind of like you want to keep on going with the band, but you don't want to stop things completely to start working with a full album, because that's a big process for the band also. That takes 4 to 6 months of your schedule to focus on the album. And I don't want to do either. I wouldn't want to go to studio too early just to half-ass things with the full album. So it does make more sense than it used to make.
You don't like outline doing even more in the future, like these smaller releases, or are you still like an album kind of guy from the
I
heart?
would prefer doing albums, but I see the better sides of the EP a lot stronger now.
Okay, that's interesting.
Well, I want to keep on making music and releasing music in a fast pace in the future also. So if EP allows me to be equally productive, then I see that as a good tool. I don't want to restrain myself because of stupid ideas that things has to go like this because it's always been like this. So
you already mentioned that for this year it's gonna be like more Wolfheart than before the Dawn,
and a little bit of Dawn of Solace.
Okay, also. So there's a little bit in between.
You
released last year, was it like September or October, like Ikutorso, that song?
Yeah.
So what's the situation with like Wolfheart and new music?
There's a situation that I'm not allowed to mention.
Okay, but you have like some music now in the works at least.
Yeah.
Okay.
A lot of music.
But that's all that you can say for that.
A lot of music. Amount of music that exceeds the EP formats. Let's put it that way.
Okay, but you will reveal that like later.
They're gonna be news. We've been working a lot in the background, but there's a lot of changes happening which we don't want to talk about until we can show bigger package to people. But
okay, but it will happen.
Yeah.
A little bit about this year overall. How does it look for you?
It looks very nicely structured, let's put it this way, because the 2 years after the pandemic, when all the European tours were just thrown on the table and you did what you were able and you tried to somehow manage financially, that felt like a lot of bands were very excited to go back on touring after the pandemic, but nobody was really ready for the chaos that followed.
Yeah.
With way too many tours happening, the cost structure being completely horrible, with the tour buses being a double or triple priced, same with the backline, stuff like that. So it was a lot of stress that followed when the touring came back, and it made me question is this worth of all the trouble? I remember it used to be much more fun, and this is not fun. This is just stress and a damage control. But this year is feels like a first normal year that we know exactly what's going to happen until December, and there's clear schedules and clear planning. So it's going to be busy, but it's going to be a lot more enjoyable.
But is the financial question still there?
It is, but there are ways to manage that, because now everybody knows what the situation is. You are not just thrown into the eye of the chaos.
So there isn't that many question marks when it comes to how much is the gas price, how much is the bus price, how much is the...
Of course, who knows what's going to happen in the world? There's our eastern neighbor is causing a lot of issues at the moment, so things might change like this again. But overall, everybody at least they knows the new rules. And then you can adjust yourself, and you can somehow react, and of course the situation could be a lot better. The costs are still a lot higher, and I don't think they're ever going to come back down.
Nope.
Fully, but at least everybody knows what to expect, and then you can plan a lot more safely.
Yeah, for sure. Before we wrap things up, a little bit about the future. How does it hold for you overall? How do you see it for the next 5 years?
That's the long time. That's
too long.
I just saw a study. I think it was one of the major news outlets in Finland. There's this one scientist that is predicting that human race is more likely 5 than 50 years that we can survive. So in that perspective, that question is complete utopia. Who knows how we can...
How do you see, for example, AI? How is it going to affect music world? Now there's a lot of talkings about artworks could be created by AI, music could be created by AI.
Yeah, I think I hope it's gonna be just a phase that it's already making music, but it's not very good. It's already making like cover art, but people are starting to see the difference.
Cheap.
Yeah, exactly. People are starting to see the difference. Like it was something cool and exotic in the beginning, but people are starting to recognize what is, and I haven't seen much of a good feedback. So in the future, it's just gonna be one of the tools. I don't think it's gonna replace. Like if your band is making music, are you gonna be replaced by a music, then you are the problem. Probably your music is not good enough. That's what I think. It's not gonna like it's gonna be a tool. I think it's gonna be a more useful tool than it's gonna do harm.
But would you see like yourself using it if you would have like some, I don't know, some kind of like musical problem that you need to solve, and you could ask from like AI that, hey, could you give me like 5 different options where to go from here? No, you wouldn't see yourself doing it.
Well, I have like a very trusted sound engineers that we have an open dialogue constantly. I question my ideas every day in the studio. I'm going back to studio tomorrow to do something that I'm not supposed to be talking about, and I question my choices and ideas and melodies and riffs constantly, and I get feedback. Why would I ask the machine?
Yeah.
I'd rather talk to somebody who actually knows me and hopefully knows where I'm aiming with the music in general. Like you need to know the artist to give structured
that's
feedback.
That's very true, actually.
So like that's just like a lottery. That those answers shouldn't mean anything to anybody. If you are consulting a machine for your art and it just calculates the probabilities and stuff like that. So
agree actually. Thanks a lot for the time.
Thank you.
And all the best for the future. Anything you want to say as a closure to all the fans?
I would if I could.
Thanks.